James Starling here for the DJM YouTube channel after another game between, this time, Debenham and Wisbech. If you haven't checked out the matchday highlights, click the link down in the description below before me and Leon spoil the result. Mate, first of all, congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
2-0, and that was a hard-fought win, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first half that was a bit scrappy, but I think the second half we managed the game really well. You know, we created a lot of chances in the second half as well. But you know, we saw the result out, and I think we're worthy of the win. Yeah,
it seemed as if the first half was just about both teams kind of getting used to the conditions, used to the pitch. There's a lot of sliding around in the first sort of 10-15 minutes and challenges flying in, but you took your chance well in that first half, and I suppose that's all you can really ask for in a half like that.
Yeah, we broke well. Ball broke out to Brad Austin, and Rudgy put it in the back of the net. So it was a good goal. The conditions weren't ideal, and I'll be honest with you, it's difficult for both teams to actually play football out there. You know, the Debenham pitch holds water really well, and it's not the flattest of surfaces at the best of times. But yeah, credit to the lads. They got us in there at half time, a goal up, and we hadn't conceded. So we just had to then go on from that and capitalise on it.
And was your message at half-time to really just kind of manage the game at that point? Because I know it's sort of during the second half, you sat very deep and then sort of sprung into action. Was that kind of your message at half-time?
Yeah, it's more the fact protect the one-goal lead, you know, and then when we get the ball, let's get it out wide and isolate their fullbacks. Right. Because we've got wingers that are more than capable of isolating their fullbacks, getting them in 1v1 situations. And that's where we got quite a bit of joy. I mean, credit to Jake Conway and Brad Austin. I thought they were superb in the second half when they got the ball, run it into the corner, and then delivered the cross. You know, if it come to Woodsy up top, it was sticking. So yeah, it was just a case of sort of like just managing the result we already had, and the fact that we knew we'd get another chance, and we did.
Yeah. And that free kick to kind of seal it. That's a hell of a finish.
Yeah. Brad Austin, he's fantastic at set pieces. And last week, I mean, to be honest with you, mate, he's scored 3 fantastic goals that I can even just pull off the top of my head that contend us for goal of the season already. Last week at Downham, he scored one. Against March, he scored one, and then today with that free kick as well. The keeper nearly got a hand to it, but I just think there's too much venom on it for him to keep it out. Yeah,
and then you managed the game very well after that. It's a superb sort of performance from you guys to, you know, really just seal the win, wasn't it?
Yeah. We're becoming a bit more cute now, a bit more streetwise. People like to say, you know, if we're leading, you know, we start to wind the clock down a bit. It's all about things like, you know, you've got the throw in. Let's take an extra 10 yards on that. Wait for the ref to pull us back. It's just things like that that were just winding down the clock. Ross holding onto the ball a bit longer. And it frustrates opposition teams, and you know, sometimes when you're 2-0 up or you've got the lead, that's what you've got to do. And last week against Downham, we were 1-0 up and we didn't do that. So it's pleasing to see already in the space of 7 days where we've been able to do that. Yeah.
And moving kind of forward for the rest of the season now, what are kind of like your thoughts moving into like the second half of the season? Have you kind of got any ambitions about what you really want to be doing, where you want to be finishing, or has this season kind of, or the first half of it kind of, you know, put those expectations back a little bit?
We always said before the start of the season we wanted to better where we finished last year. You know, we've had players come and go. Unfortunately, we lost a couple this week. Yeah. But I think the players that we've got in, you know, they're more than capable of stepping up and taking us forward this season. So at the end of the day, as long as we can finish in the top 8, I'll be more than happy with that. You know, and it's all about building for next year as well. If we've got half an eye on next year and we can continue to build, then it's positive for the club.
Yeah, because I mean, this league is incredibly tight, isn't it? It's sort of, I know there's a couple of teams at the top that are kind of running away with it, but the rest of the division is pretty open. You can go on any sort of run and you're right back in there.
I mean, if you win 5 or 6 games at this level, or particularly in this league at the minute, and a couple of other results go your way, you can find yourself quickly in the top 4. Yeah. You know, and that's all the way from sort of like 11th up to really sort of like 3rd in the league. Yeah. And if you can find yourself, you know, going on these little runs, it's important now that we stick together and we learn week in, week out, and then we just try and build on it.
Yeah, definitely. Leon, again, congratulations.
Thanks
Well
very
done
much.
on the win. Make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And until we see each other next time, though, adios.